out of his last 20 games MVP. That is
Damn.
super impressive. First of all, that means that you at least have to win 8 times, and
Mm-hmm.
then also be the best in your team. I think that's the highest I've ever seen someone reach.
Yeah, I've seen 7 a lot, but 8 is hard. Okay. Let's hoping this pause is not gonna take too long, but I have way bigger expectations for Biscos this time. The PL thing is problematic, right? He takes a long time to get online, but the Primo should be way more active than the Monkey King, or at least if he doesn't get trashed by the Huskar.
He does have a couple of counters, as mentioned previously. The two supports are probably his biggest issue this game. Vengeful Spirit
Mm-hmm.
Abaddon, the swap, and the Photic Shield both cancel his ulti. They aren't too fast of getting out of position at the very least, so if they start stomping on you, you will die. But they do have a hoodwink for moves, and that's going to be the Mage Slayer. As you mentioned, the Shroud on the Primal Beast will be huge if they have the Mage Slayer as well onto the hoodwink. I do think that this game Vitality needs to be active sooner. Last game we didn't see any
Yeah.
dooms for like the longest time, and that can't happen this time around. They need to make sure that the Huskar gets limited, maybe sort that he doesn't get that first Aegis at 15 minutes into the game, and keep them pushed back for a bit until PL gets fat enough.
Mm-hmm. I hard agree on that one. And even though we talked about Huskar, let's say, having a chance to stomp the Primal in the mid lane, you're still picking Huskar into Doom. And sure you have a couple of saves, but this game, like, it can still feel awful for the Huskar. Like, if you get doomed out of position, you just die. Like, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, he's gonna have to play
Besides
with the
TPing.
supports nearby. But yeah, the TP
Yeah.
BKB TP is just kind of weird.
You were doing
But
very well.
even
Very
then,
well.
the
I'm
problem
very proud
is
of you.
you're not healing, and like you
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 usually play
cannot
low
play
HP,
with
right?
you cannot play
Yeah.
with armlet on, but if you turn it off, you're instantly dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of yeah. If you get doomed while you're at 500 HP, you're going to die. There's nothing unless the Aphotic Shield spam and the Vengeful Spirits Nether Swap's going to be on point. Which, to be fair, Nether Swap max level does 450 damage absorption, so that is actually ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They are all
Yeah.
DC'd on Beast Coast right now. That's not good.
Yeah, they did say lag, but yeah, I'm hoping they're gonna come back, right? I don't want another game where we only played the first game of the series, and for some reason we have to just call it quits. That was not fun yesterday.
What is kind of fun though is if Primal at one point manages to get an Ags at a decent timing. His
Ooh.
Ags is really good against Huskar, like it destroys Huskar, and it's also very good against the Abaddon.
All the 3 cores get really sad. You don't have the split shot on Dusa, you don't have the aura on Beast, and you don't have the Huskar passive. It's a really good Axe game.
Yeah, but it's again for a Primal Beast tends to be what, third item probably. You're looking at Blade Mail,
Mhm.
BKB,
I
Shroud.
think he might skip BKB this game. If he goes Shroud, I think he can go
I
Blade
I,
Mail,
I under
Shroud,
yeah.
Axe.
I actually think you're right because you're gonna get swapped, you're gonna get roared, you're gonna get stone gazed upon. The others,
Yeah.
there are no, there are not that many spells that you really fear that aren't BKB Pierce.
I think this is a game where he's just frontlining and drawing a lot of attention, hopefully breaking people with the eggs, and then the Doom and the Hoodwink, the PL and the Hoodwink can just go ham and do a lot of damage. Well, they have to be online for that to happen, though, and we are burning through their pause time, unfortunately.
Yeah, hopefully this will be resolved momentarily. For the people that do not know, by the way, looking at these teams, on the side of Estar backs, we have Frank, who is called Devil here, and we have Stinger, who is called XTS. So just want to let everyone at home viewing know who we're talking about half the time, because it's going to be confusing considering sometimes you say the one and sometimes you say the other.
True. We do see a couple of players coming back, although the Abaddon did DC on the side of Starbacks. I hope he was just memeing, though. All right, so looking at the lanes here, this is going to be a Jakiro PL into a Beast Venge. Should be pretty decent lane, both sides, actually. I think that's kind of an even lane.
How is he saying everything in blue?
What?
Alone. Everything he's typing is blue. Translate it for me.
Wait. I don't see. Okay, you mean his
chat.
The color is green, actually, not blue.
Wait, is that green from Alone?
Yeah, it's green for me. Maybe production can. But I think it's the same thing, like that production
like
said, right?
teal.
You type. I don't know what that symbol is, and 2, and apparently you can type.
Okay, when I press his profile, that's kind of useless because he has just numbers in it.
Oh, I can't even open his profile for some reason.
This is a good opportunity to learn.
Oh. So we just got a complete explanation of how it works. I don't have a freaking clue how to. I still don't know how it works. But regardless, that will be something I'll just Google afterwards and try and figure out, because my brain can't comprehend it at the moment. It does look pretty nice. I don't know what the issue was. My Portuguese-speaking friend, what did they say?
They said my arc was available to be picked, and you guys didn't pick it. And then he said, "You trained me ever since you kicked me for Faker," or something like that.
Faker. Wrong game.
Yeah, there's a Faker in South America.
There's also a Faker. Yeah, I know there's another Faker. But
by the way, click Huskar's portrait. He looks like Gollum. That is one of the ugliest Huskars I've ever seen.
All the Huskars are ugly, but yeah, this looks like a dead troll.
That is awful. Like he feels so sad in that portrait. Look at his face.
I still think that one of the worst things that they made in Dota is the fact that it's really hard to spectate or not hard, but annoying to spectate someone's skins. That you now have to go to the scoreboard and then hover over their picture and then be like, oh yeah, those skins are the ones that he has. I just want to have an easy access to see what all the fun skins are.
I agree. I think it was much easier. I think the problem was that some noobs, because it was so easy to go to that screen, they would go in that screen, they couldn't come back. I know that I tried to teach a friend, and there was one day he was just stuck in that screen for some reason.
That's weird.
But yeah, besides that, I don't know why they changed it.
Because they thought it was better to make it more obnoxious, I guess. Nonetheless, let's see. Mid, Alone versus Lumpy. Fun lane. I'm curious to see who's going to be winning that one. Lumpy does have good right-click damage, of course, to get last hits compared to Alone on the Huskar, who does have pretty bad attack-based damage.
You have a lot, like you play very low HP on the Huskar. Look at that. This could be it. He started with Burning Spears.
Okay, Lumpy's not going to go for the first blood kill. Actually, Alone doesn't have Inner Fire level either.
Oh. Okay, very bold here from Alone.
Yeah, but Lumpy might not. Well, actually, he should know, because he can just... I think
he has a bottom now. If he gets level 3 and enough harass to proc the 5 stacks of Uproar, I think he can kill Alone.
I'm really just... I don't want to miss that kill mid.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But the side lanes, of course, bottom lane, Parker is pretty much out of mana. Always scary because that means you die very quickly. Top side, Jakiro is a really good laner, which is always a plus. If you're not against a Dispel hero, Jakiro is one of the strongest laning supports because of the attack speed reduction.
He actually did not learn Inner Fire again, and he's just manning up on the Lumpy Primal Beast, somehow still managing to stand his ground.
Well, healing salve delivered to the Primal Beast. He bought a bottle and even bought a healing salve, just shows how rough that lane is.
Yeah, the fun thing is he learned Q here on Primal because he felt like maybe the Inner Fire was going to be available. But it's not. If he just went to points of trample, I think he should have the damage to kill alone. So
a little bit of a threat in there, but not anywhere close enough to be able to secure the kill. Top lane. They are playing harassment around the small creep camp. And bottom lane, I mean, Parker's getting some okay-ish farm. It's not too problematic. Playing against Moose is rough though, but luckily enough there's a big fat Baden to constantly give you shields. And I mean, Misk Oil is not that great to heal up Medusa because he needs mana and not HP, so it feels kind of useless.
I guess if you get that Harpy that drains the Satyr that drains mana, that should be really strong versus the Dusa early on in the lane, right?
Oh yeah, that should be probably the best one that you can get. Unfortunately, not so lucky. It's not there. He has the Frost attack right now, which is also not a bad one. 25% movement slow is actually kind of insane. But it's hard to apply it because Doom has a terrible attack animation. Mid lane, Alone does die, taken down by Lumpy. And immediately getting the tips from his team, even from Alone, saying, yeah, okay, you got me. That's some sportsmanship right there.
Yeah, that was really close. I've seen kills way faster than level 4, so kudos to that Husker. I thought that the fact he skipped Inner Fire up to level 4 was going to be a problem for him, but he actually died when he had it. So maybe you just have to ignore that spell, and you just...
Lumpy's going top.
Look at that. Yeah, level 5 rotation.
Devil, there's no way out of this. The charge comes forward. Stomp, 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 stomp. And Devil taken down. The Hawks are really annoying because you can't really do much against them. XTS dies in the bottom lane, diving underneath the tier 1 tower. They're pretty low in HP though. But they should be able to be just fine underneath the tower. You also get that tower protection, health regen. He's got the healing loads on the Doom. And the creeps are all in his favor.
Bad damage though. Mystic Snake deceptively strong.
If you get the max bounce, it does do a lot of damage.
Primal just going for that phase boots.
Well,
Blade Mail looks like actually TPing bottom.
Medusa.
Yeah.
Medusa in trouble. Nice two-man bushwhack comes out. Vitali, can they get the kill onto Jim Park? He's out of man, is out of HP. XTS is going to be a second one dead. And Lumpy making plays. 4-0-1. Showing that he does not care about that mid matchup. It is... I mean, it's Lumpy all over again. Yesterday, against another Huskar, when he played the Ember Spirit, doesn't really care. Why would I be in mid?
Yeah, that's very true. He is not afraid of Huskars, and he might not be afraid of Alone either.
There's the Inner Fire coming out, Bushwhack thrown, but Michael TP will cancel any further chase.
Alright. Yeah, a lot of impact here coming from Lumpy. Even this early, he is the same level as that Huskar, despite the fact he was not in the lane. And it is rune to the top side.
That's a lucky Huskar who is actually continuing to walk towards top. And unfortunately, there's also a pause, so that can be relayed very quickly. Guys, be careful. We're missing the Huskar. We also don't know what rune was top, so... Luckily enough, it wasn't arcane, but it could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Huskar rotation. It's a very... It's kind of hard to land, but if the Venge does circle around and you get some vision, you might be able to kill that PL. He is very low HP right now.
And Jakiro could also be a nice catch. Huskar does not have his ult yet, but he does have an extra point, so he can level the life break.
Yeah, just waiting to see if he needs to learn it for the kill. Primal does come back, so with Lumpy back, we might get to see a couple of kills here. 6 kills, 6 minutes. This is actually better than a lot of games with Cass here. South America, they gotta get better at kills. I think we've gone soft a bit.
Who'd have thought that from the olden days to now, you're saying South America needs to get better at kills? Usually it was South America is like 15 kills ahead, but they're 10k gold behind. That was the classic South America experience.
Yeah, that was literally the way it used to go. But looks like times are changing, and maybe for the better if we get some better results. But look at that alone, actually going back down.
XTS, okay, even going for a little bit of a tower dive there. And yeah, Alone's just gonna take the creeps in the jungle for himself. Lumpy is going for the blade mill first item. Huskar armlet, because there's not, obviously.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
4 assists for
Moose
the
gets-
Doom, by the way. That must feel fun.
Moose got a D ward in the mid lane, so both of the wards they had made did get removed. A bit scary for Alone to just be showing the mid lane. Yeah, nothing too major going on. Vitaly still doesn't have his 6. I think most of the plays are going to be around Lumpy, but he didn't get a rune, so it is a bit awkward for him. He needs to regen. There's no praise on the side lanes he can go for, so he's just going to walk and keep his CP. That's his best tool to keep getting kills in the side lanes.
Doom is available, so that is going to be a pretty big plus. If he can find a nice target. Deuce is pretty much the worst target to go for to get a Doom off.
By the way, we were talking about, the TP and the fact you get mana back in the base, but you can also use mangoes, right? So if you just keep a lot of mangoes in your inventory...
That is true. He does have 2 mangoes right now and the magic wand, so dooming Medusa is terrible.
Yeah, almost impossible to kill. Oh, top lane. Rotation from Lumpy.
Yeah, he's coming in from behind. Already got the uproar. Charging forward. Going for XTS. Will get the quick kill. Michael TP's in. Stun gets thrown. Doesn't really do much. Because there is no roar to really get any damage. And Lumpy TP's to the mid lane. Seeing the creeps
Wants a
coming out.
rune?
And grabs the haste rune. Oof. Haste rune on a primal beast? That's just cheating.
That's one of the best runes by far. And yeah, I mean, he could quickly go back top if he wants to. Just chilling for now. Yeah, this is a scary game here for the Starbucks. Even though Dusa is farming, the damage of the Primal Beast right now is overwhelming. Like, you need way more items for Jim Park to be able to stand his ground.
Bottom lane, yeah, Jim Park is just getting his farm on, but there's the TP
Rotation.
from behind. Moose and Gardic are here. Bushwhack connection, there is an ice
Eat the
bath, but a
mangoes.
lot of TPs coming out, and indeed, he's got the mangoes, he's got magic wand, he's gonna be just fine. Jim Park doesn't really give a damn. Gardic trying to take the gateway hand, he does, gets out of dodge. They did use the Doom for that attempt, though, and they got nothing. Oh, in comes Lumpy with the haste rune, spots out Alone. Alone is gonna get stomped on. Charge forward. Lumpy, can he get the pulverize? Make sure he doesn't look at the Jim Park Dusa when he does the pulverize, so that he at least will never get stone gaze there. Bushwhack comes in. Jim Park in trouble. He's gonna get controlled. The snipe comes out. Mana is gone. There's the Michael TP. Is it gonna be enough to keep him alive? Jim Park with the mango spam coming in. He's still alive. Lumpy charge forward with the onslaught, and finally Jim Park dies. All the mangoes in the world are not gonna be enough if you're gonna get battered and bruised by this bully of a primal beast.
Yeah, there's no fiber in the world that can protect you against that type of primal beast. And okay, I mean, this is shell-lacking from Beast Coast. I was hyped about the primal beast, but I didn't expect Lumpy to do this much this early. This is a hero that falls off a little bit, so we're gonna have to wait and see how Starbucks is gonna try and handle him.
It does, but it also doesn't. It depends on the item build completely. Because if you get Aghanim Scepter Primal Beast late game,
Yeah.
with like Heart Blade Mill, the enemy kills themselves.
Yeah, I mean, like, as you get the swap and roar, there's gonna be, ways to stop him. And obviously you get more HP and the combo of Primal doesn't kill people. But, yeah, right now he is the king of the jungle, the king of the map, and he's probably just gonna keep running at them.
Yeah, but while all of that's going on, Pyke is still amongst the top 3 net worth in the game and closing in on towards his Aghanim Scepter, afterwards Diffusal Blade. He has that build up that we talked about, takes quite some time, but once he's got all the tools he requires, he is going to do tons and tons of work. Lumpy forced out 2 TPs in mid. Alone cancelled his TP, and so did XTS. So he does 1 charge, 200 golds wasted instantly.
Yeah, he's such a menace around the map, and has the Blade Mail flying out to him as he walks top. This is kind of an out of position Devil here, and there is no vision, so he should be
Look
fine.
at Moose. I didn't even realize. Look at Moose's net worth.
Oh my god.
What the hell? That
He
Hoodwink's
is-
almost done with the Mage Slayer.
Holy moly. Yeah, I'm not sure if Alone is poor or if Moose is rich. It's probably that Moose is very rich. He was a part of a lot of those kills.
I mean,
3,
even
0,
then-
and 6.
We saw it yesterday, right? You get a Mage Slayer hit on a Huskar, you have possibly a pipe on a different hero, and there's 0 damage from the Huskar. It's he does nothing.
Yeah, it is very true. All of his damage is spell-based, and most of it is magical as well. This is getting pretty scary here for the Starbucks. We did see, the Parker show in game number 1, but this Dusa hero does struggle. I think Deuce is going to struggle a lot against that Primal Beast. It might not kill Jim Park, but Jim Park's not killing the Beast either.
Yeah, he'll need to get a lot of farm. Of course, like you're weak against PL until you get to a point of level 25. And then all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're really strong against PL again. Depending on the item build that you go for, obviously. But if you get like a Mjolnir and you have split shot
gonna
uses
need-
modifiers, it goes brrr.
They're going to need multiple Dispel alternatives besides this shield, I think. You're going to need Lotus Orb, because once the Bloodthorn comes in, there's no hero in the game that can just tank a Bloodthorn PL. Like, you have to dispel that instantly, or the game becomes really hard. And looks like the pauses here are annoying Jim Park a little bit, and I'm not going to blame him. It is definitely annoying.
I can understand the word feeling, but it probably doesn't even mean the same thing that I know. Google translate this for me. Let's go.
Perensocio está laxito. So I think he's like, my friends, wait, because we have a little bit of lag. And Jim Park is like, okay. The socio is like partner, like a business partner. But I think this is just Spanish slang.
Okay, it's nice to have someone who speaks to a degree the language that they're talking of. Obviously, Portuguese and Spanish has quite some differences.
Yeah, I can get by. I can go to Chile and order food if I want to, but
Same with me. In
deeper
Germany.
conversations are hard.
I can
Oh,
order
really?
food as yeah. I go to Germany and I speak English. Works perfectly.
Oh, okay. I gotta say though, I thought that Germany was gonna be more English friendly, because I went to Berlin, which is supposed to be like the easiest English city in Germany, and
Munich is
for
probably
the
better.
subway, a lot of the signs weren't in English, and then I tried to get help from this lady, and she definitely did not speak English, so I did struggle a bit.
Okay, yeah. Well, the Netherlands is way better in English speaking, regardless. But I mean, most people should still be pretty capable. I never have a problem with it, though. I do speak a little bit of German, so it does help that I understand
Yeah, I
a
know.
significant amount.
I know Kartoffeln and
Potato.
lecker. These are the two words that I know.
You know potato. I actually was surprised at the fact that the French are really good at English, even though people always say that they suck at English, but they're really good at English. Or at least when I went to like Paris and on vacation in France, everyone that I asked a question to knew how to just speak English, so that was great. Because my French is
really?
horrible. I failed in French in high school.
Yeah, I'm very bad at French. It is not that. It's kind of similar to Spanish, like not similar to Spanish, but
Yeah, they have some words.
there's
overlap.
similarities of Portuguese. Yeah, because it's all Latin. But yeah, it's.
I mean, they
With
are
the
neighbors,
French people
so
that
it
I talk
kinda
to,
makes sense.
I did struggle to communicate because sometimes they can be not very welcoming. But I'm sure
Yeah, but
there are lots of
that's every country.
nice French people.
Every country's got people that is not too welcoming. The French love it if you try to speak French, though. The Dutch, if you try to speak Dutch to them, they immediately start speaking English. They're like, "Don't even try. It's not.
Don't
worth
bother.
It. Just what do you need? Shut up."
Let's get this over with. Okay, so we're back. Looks like Vitaly is going for the same build, getting the blink in between the Shivas. So this could be a big timing here. The Primal Beast also going for... Oh, going for the same build? I don't like double Shivas. I hope he... Oh, he already bought the helm, so they are going for the double Shivas build.
Okay, it's kind of interesting. So double Shivas. And then afterwards, he wants to go for the Agnum Scepter.
Yeah, I mean, same. I guess this is a game he's so far ahead, he doesn't feel the need of Eternal Shroud. He just wants to double down on damage, which I get the concept.
Radiant are
And it's the same thing, right? It's one intermediary item, you get the eggs, and should be good to go. Good smoke around the triangle here.
Yeah, they smoke up with PL now joining as well. He has the Agnum Scepter. Jim Park is, he knows something's coming, and they will spot out my Michel. Charge comes forward. The swap from the Venge, but he is instantly dead. The roar from Devil onto the Hoodwink, but stomp, stomp, stomp. Down he goes. Tier 1 tower top will be the target.
Alright,
top tower is
so...
under attack.
They don't use Doom. They can still run at them. At least Parker was able to secure that Wisdom Rune that spawned. But overall, it's the Beast Coast show. Not at all similar to the games where they were always, playing from behind, just waiting for a moment to strike. This game, they're coming in with vengeance. PL already has that egg, so he can fight as well. This is tough. I mean, Parker is the only hero that has any semblance of farm right now.
Honestly, this Beast Coast line, I am starting to become a gigantic fan of Lumpy. I think the guy's actually playing so freaking well.
He really is. Like, even when he has the worst matchup, he still, like, somehow seems to be doing a lot. And when he gets a favorable matchup, he's just running away with this game. Like, there's nothing they can do. They tried to last pick this Huskar, and like he didn't even get Doom yet. Like the Huskar just died a lane he was supposed to win, or they felt it was favorable for them at least.
Yeah, not the easiest position to be in for alone. A Husker playing from behind, it tends to be a death sentence in almost every game.
Yeah, that hero is just not good at playing from behind. He's rushing BKB here.
Oh,
this
hello.
is the saddest
Hi,
part.
says Lumpy. Bonk,
Goodbye.
bonk, bonk. Kill. Picked up, and Lumpy is a very happy Primal 706 right now. He's actually going for the Blink Dagger, which I'm okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good to be on top of your opponents. I don't really think... I mean, Ags is going to be huge this game for him, but the Husker is such a non-factor at this stage. It's all about catching Medusa, which is exactly what he's trying to do right now.
He's
Doesn't
waiting
have
for
the
his
pulverize
ulti.
yet, so he is just waiting indeed. They will get the kill onto Gardic in mid, with Moose coming in from behind. The charge, he's trying to get rid of the supports quickly because he knows that the supports have the save. If he tries to go for a pulverize, it will instantly get shielded off, and indeed the Photic shield comes out. Stone from Parker. He gets the stun onto Lumpy. Vitally is going to die as well, and now Moose needs to disengage. This is really well done. They send in heroes en masse to take down that 7-kill streak. Primal Beast. I mean, I like
is
his
awful.
idea there, but
Dire's structures are fortified.
he couldn't get the connection as good as he wanted.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky. He didn't land the onslaught on the Venge, so she actually survived. They get the shield, they overextend, and if all those TPs and the Stone Gaze, they punish beastcoast really hard there. Alone also got the kill on the Primal Beast, so his BKB is pretty much done. There's an argument here for even Roshin if they're able to take that tier 1 tower.
XTS moves. He's going for a Diffusal Blade on the Hoodwink. So you're gonna have PL Diffusal Blade, Hoodwink Diffusal Blade.
Dire's top
I like it
tower
actually.
is under attack.
It's kind of cool. Moose is just gonna be greedy with Hoodwink, but considering his net worth, I'm okay with it. he can do no foul or no harm
Radiant's
at this
middle
stage.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, he wants to do a lot of harm once he gets those items. And, you know, it is the Parker draft. It is the, you know, a 4 Protect 1 lineup. You really need to address the Dusa as many ways as you can. And I have no problem with the Diffusal Blade. I think it's going to pay some big
Radiant are
dividends.
scanning.
Oh, look at... they actually scan the location there. They know someone's here, but Pyke, he has that Diffusal Blade, just doesn't find the angle on Parker.
Parker is really good at very slightly dodging anything coming his way. It feels like
Always
luck, but he
slithering
always
around.
does it, so it has to be just pure skill. Vitally dropping low. He was 3 seconds away from the Doom. And Lumpy rushing top. There's an Observer Ward spotting out Lumpy heading that direction. And the Vengeful Spirit, he doesn't actually... Okay, he
Got
does
the
have
BKB
stun.
off.
Alone, leaping in. Lumpy's gonna go for the TP out of there. Does he get away? No, he does not. Alone is now on a killing spree on that Huskar that was in Struggle City.
Dire's top
And
tower
all of a
is
sudden,
under
it's
attack.
Radiant side feeling like they're back in the game. I mean, to be fair, Parker never left that top net with
Dire's
position.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, but the Huskar was definitely struggling, and Alone now getting 2 kills on the Primal. Just, yeah, a bit of an overextension from Beast Coast. They lose that Doom. They fight without the Doom, knowing the BKB was ready. Oh, but if they find Parker here, this is huge. They have the Diffusal Blade.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
There's going to be the kill onto Parker. Roshan is about to drop though. Alone does manage to get it up. Vitally throws out the Doom, but it doesn't work because it doesn't mute anymore. He gets the TP away, does die in the fountain at the very least, but the Aegis will get reclaimed, luckily enough. However, if he managed to get killed in that position, it would have been so much better.
He could have Infernal Bladed. He just forgot.
I did get stunned, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe just, you know, this backswing of Doom with the Infernal Blade's horrible.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, at least he did get the kill, as you said. So the Aegis is out, and they killed Parker. So a couple of freebies being given to Beast Coast.
Yeah, this is also the first time that the PL really is ready to rumble. He's going for the Manta into the heart. Yeah, as we said, Bloodthorn is a great item, but it tends to be about his last item he goes for.
Yeah, definitely need the heart. You want that Manta as well. So it still needs a fair amount of gold. But considering that they acquired a very decent advantage in the beginning of the game, and the Aegis got denied instantly, it's not like Starbucks is going to be able to pressure or take tier 2 towers anytime soon. So you are buying the necessary time here for PL. Beast Coast obviously gave away a fair amount of advantage back, but I still feel like the late game is theirs. You just look at this PL versus Dusa matchup, and even with the 25, I wonder how much of a chance you actually have as Dusa, because those PL illusions are crazy strong.
Yeah, they are going to be really hard to deal with. Dusa gets all the mana drained in no time. Does already have the Scotty, as he is playing against 3 melee heroes, so having an extra slow is always going to be hard to deal with in the meantime. This... Oh, there's the swap coming out. Alone, turning his attention to Gardic. A bunch of illusions sent out. The illusions are slowly killing off Michel. And Alone doesn't have a BKB anymore. Devil with the Roar onto the real PL. Can they get any more control going?
They cut the tree.
Stun
The
does
pushback.
get thrown out, and he is dead. Alone will die in the backline, though, to a random moose kill. I think he toggled. Did he die to Mage Slayer debuff?
I think he did. Second time we see that.
But yeah, that
I mean,
was-
still huge that they killed the PL. I don't think they had any business killing Pyke there.
he got a
I
little
think
bit
the
spooked.
Axis, the wild Axis cut the tree, he bushwhacked, and the PL was just like, alright, we have this kill. So he was out of position with his spells and just died because of it. Really, I'm not sure it was intentional from Devil, but regardless, it was very costly here for beastcoast.
And Devil is almost done with his Aghanim Scepter, so you're going to have the drums of Slum coming in, and that is going to mean, even if you drain all of his mana, he's just going to walk around the team fight and not care.
Oh yeah, and you already have that Shivas, so the attack speed of all of those illusions going to be slowed down. We could potentially see a Butterfly on Parker. As you said, the Bloodthorn usually comes really late. But he's actually working on the Lincoln Sphere first, just afraid of the Pulverize of the Doom, and even the Spirit Lance is like the slow with the Axe is incredible. Oh, is it the Axe? Do you get a talent? I guess it's just the normal slow. I thought the slow was bigger when you got the Axe, but it's not.
Wait, which slow?
The Spirit Lance slow.
Is
Is it bigger? I don't think it is. It just feels so strong, but
I mean, normally you
It's
don't
just
get
a
hit
cast
by
range.
it, but as like
Yeah.
a support in the back, now you do get smacked by it. Oh, speaking of smacking, top lane, Abaddon does get spotted out. They're gonna go for the Abaddon kill. Bushwhack will hold him in place, and they'll get a quick. He's actually rushing Radiance on the Abaddon.
what?
I'm a +5
Okay.
Abaddon, and I'm a go get myself a Radiance first item.
I mean, it's the same thing with the Hoodwing, right? There's two cores on both sides. You definitely want to counter both of them. And it is a favorable matchup for Beastco, so you need ways to deal with the PL. Beastmaster doesn't want to go Radiance. Husker doesn't want to go Radiance, so somehow the poor Abba now needs to get it.
Is under attack.
It is still wild though. That's
Yeah,
a
it really
strange
is.
item to get.
It really is. They're gonna get this tier 2 tower here, so some pressure despite not having any ages. I do like that from Beast Coast. I think they, for a while now, after they did a couple of oopsies, they were very passive, but finally they get a tier 2 tower here. They're gonna control this side of the map, and Pyke going Eternal Shroud. Interesting.
He's gonna need either a Bloodthorn or a MKV later in the game, because Butterfly is almost done on the Dusa. You're gonna have to deal with the Radiance burn, of course, the evasion coming out from it. That will be pretty obnoxious to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I like
Huskar-
Shroud. I think it's better than Heart in most games now.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, the slight nerf to Heart actually was significantly more terrible than it initially thought.
The slight 20 nerfs, right? He got nerfed so much.
Yeah, but it was also like if you have a patch where at one point you could play Ogre Magi mid, go for Blade Mill Heart and win, because that's just the way it worked.
Yeah.
I think there's something wrong.
Yeah, that was definitely a bit too strong. And I mean, Eternal Shroud is still like 300 health, 14 strength. It's like 500-ish HP, and there's a lot of magic damage. We talked about Huskar, the Drums of Slum, as you said, mostly magic damage. So it affects illusions as well, which means it will take way longer to kill those with the AoE damage. Butterfly
Ooh.
active on
This gets scary.
Parker. They want to
Michel
fight.
wants to get the swap, but the Glimmer Cape. Michel's going pretty far here. Bushwhack control. Might not know that their entire team is behind it. Lumpy pops a BKB, gets roared up in the process. There's going to be the Doom thrown out onto Alone. The Husker is dead. There's just nothing you can do at this stage if you're the Husker. Shields, they need more shields, more shields, more shields, no shields. That is 3 kills secured. Jim Park on the run. Can he get away? Do they know where he's at? They will lose Gardic to illusions? That's a sad way to go though, but yeah, we finally get to see the actual power of just dooming the Huskar, and he is dead.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what could have happened if my Baron has a Lotus Orb, let's say, instead of a Sacred Relic, minute 27. It can probably be very effective later down the line, but this Husker, like, he's just gonna have a sad game.
We're just late game
Like,
scaling
that
here.
shoot.
But this is going easy 60 minutes, and then you're gonna have an extra core in the Abaddon, or something along those lines, possibly.
True. We'll see how long this is gonna be. I would love a 60-minute game. It's been a while since I've cast tier 5 neutrals, and I mean, there's a couple of new neutrals that I have yet to see in a game.
Yeah, but a bunch of those new neutrals are... I find them just strange.
I mean,
some of them are just terrible.
The magic resistance one on Dusa is broken, bro.
Yes,
'Cause-
that one is stupid. That one is actually
'Cause-
game win. How the hell are you
Like,
supposed
you actually
to ever
have
kill her?
15. You're gonna have 1500 HP on the Dusa anyways. So like, you keep your HP and suddenly you have 95% magic resistance. It is crazy.
I think that's the only one where... I mean, unless you go for like a TB or something.
Yeah.
But then on a TB, you probably still get something else instead.
I think so. It may be depending on the draft, like you're against a Zeus, Jakiro draft.
And the other... I mean, our magic lamp is kind of meh. Used to be a tier 4 item, so... We really care. The swap comes out. Lumpy dropping low. Lumpy very quickly dead. There's going to be the target onto about him, but he has borrowed time going in. Fight to the lead is going to be the second one down. Devil dropping low as well. The snipe comes out. Moose is actually doing so much damage. Buyback to join the fight again for Lumpy. And the PL is going ham, cleaning up anyone who is left behind it. The moment that Stone Gaze is gone on the Dusa, there is a zero the PL cares about in the fight.
That was like a really good swap, but they spent everything to kill Lumpy, and that's a fight on the Dire side. They can easily buy back. Unfortunately, though, Roche's going to be up when everyone else on the side of Starbucks is up, and he's going to be on the Radiant side. Not ideal here for beastcoast. For a buyback on a mid-hero, you wanted a bit more out of that fight.
Yeah, probably. So it does. The Beastmaster is a little bit more squishy than I initially expected. He does die quickly, but I think the biggest thing in that fight, Moose is just staying so far away, but he has a Maid Slayer, a Diffusal Blade, and now a freaking Chrysalis. He's going Scotty next.
Oh.
I was already...
Now that's
I
gonna be
saw a
huge.
coconut bounce, and I saw the HP of the Abaddon just drop by 30%, and I was like, was that the coconut? Really?
Yep, coconuts are very, very hard, and Roche is up now. This could be another fight. They're gonna have every single OT smoke from Starbucks.
Well,
Oh,
technically,
this is
it's
gonna
an
be
acorn shot, but I like a coconut more. Okay, they're all going to be smoked up, trying to bait them in.
huge. The Radiance is up, baby. That Abaddon.
In the front,
Look at him, bro.
breaking blinks like nobody's business. Jump in onto the Husker. There's going to be the swap save attempt. Husker knows he needs to get out of there or go back in. He's dropping low. There's going to be one kill secured. Alone is the second target. Lumpy is actually dropping low. Doesn't have a buyback. They know he doesn't have a buyback, but now Stone Gaze is on cooldown, and Pike is here to clean up house. Jim Park, Duda, completely surrounded by enemies, and yep, that's 5 Dire heroes still left standing. The Illusions are doing a little bit as a countermeasure, but it is indeed Beast Coast in full control of the game right now. PL is huge.
Yeah, man. Every single Doom on that Husker. And I gotta say, if they had picked anything else besides that Husker, I think they had a pretty solid chance as Starbucks. But the Husker has no game. Like, what can you do? You needed maybe a Lotus on alone. He still would have probably died, but you know, it makes it harder for the Doom to play his own game. The way it stands right now, you always Doom the Husker, and you're fine with the outcome of the fight already. Like, he can't use Burning Spears, he can't heal. He's just a very, very overrated right-clicker. That's the only thing he's doing.
Yeah, he is.
Is he gonna die to this Tormentor alone? Oh no, they have a shield.
I mean, you got that big Radiance Abaddon. That must be doing something. Stinger's like, nah. I gotta be the. To be fair, it does do quite a decent amount in the team fights because of all the evasion coming in and the fact that he stays alive so long thanks to the borrowed time. But it's still. Your team needed items. Your Huskar needs items to stay alive. Lincoln's, I mean, obviously not abandoned Lincoln's, but he should have probably gotten the Lincoln's himself, as you said.
Yeah, the Lotus Orb could have been nice. I mean, I don't blame the Radiance. I think the pick of Huskar is probably the biggest problem. But yeah, that Radiance not doing that much right now as he just got solo killed by Pyke. Oh my god.
It looks like this might just go to game 3. Lumpy is again with the Invis Rune, walking right behind his opponent in Devil. Charge forward, stomp, 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 and Devil throws out the roar. Trying to disengage, is gonna get the creeps pulling after him. Woo! And Vitally does find this finisher on towards this Beastmaster. In the meantime, base diving, that's what Pyke's about to do. Gets a kill, they get the stun onto Jim Park. Mana is being drained currently. He's dropping low. Stone Gaze gets used because otherwise he is very dead. He needs that level 25. He needs split shot, uses modifiers if they want to have any chance.
It does, and he also needs a Mjolnir because the only... I guess you can split shot the Scotty. There's going to be some decent slow on the illusions, but overall...
And the Daedalus.
This is the Pyke show. Yeah, sure. We got a little bit extra damage. But that tower is rapidly falling. They have no Venge for 40. I guess there's a tier 2 mid, so that is a saving grace here for them.
Or they're going to go in. Doom gets used onto the Dusa. He needs to buy so many mangoes if he ever gets to the fountain, but that does not seem to be the case. He is a goner. No buyback for Parker. Leap in from alone. He's going to try and go for the man fight attempt, but he is surrounded by enemies. Not where you want to be, buddy. Right click down. Lumpy getting the kill secured, and Moose has not died a freaking single time this entire game on the Hoodwink. 9-0-19 on a Diffusal, Skadi, Maid Slayer, Chrysalis, Hoodwink.
Yeah, that was definitely the Beast Coast we saw in the first series. I think their draft was much better. We didn't even get to see the Bloodthorn. That's how much they dominated the early game. A couple of hiccups here and there, but overall, they definitely took it hard into